What's up, guys? Let me know if the volume's okay. Just gonna let the music roll here for a few minutes. Let some people jump in the chat box. Get things rolling here. I'm gonna let the music roll for a few minutes while we got this going. We'll start the live stream here once we get a few people in. Also, I need to jump in and check and see how many people we got rolling. I'll have it rolling here in just a few minutes, guys. Like I said, grab your popcorn, get your stuff ready. We'll get this live stream rolling. Been a while, fellas. It's been a while, but the season is coming. Trying to get our stuff ready. I'm a little shaky.
It's been a while, but the season is coming. Trying to get our stuff ready. I'm a little shaky.
Let me get this off here. All right, there we go. Sorry. What's up? Here we go, guys. Texas Sports Roundup in the house. Oh, my boy, L4G. What's up, my man? We were there at the Dallas experience there together. What's up, my man? How you doing? Hope things going well. All right. Hey, we got Swaggy D always in the house. What's up, my man? Hey, we got to feel good about the season getting started here. I hope everything's rolling good. I hope everybody's safe out there. Hope your family's doing well. Hope your business is doing well, L4G. L4G Custom Fabrication. Get your fabrication done well. I don't recall exactly what you do, bro, but I got a sponsor out there for you. So, want to jump into this live stream here in a few minutes. I just want to give a couple people, at least get a few people on here. You guys know I haven't been on much, so I hope the sound is okay. And we'll go get into this season, baby. I'm gonna pull up some notes here, whatever you guys want to talk about. Jamie Mac, don't know if I say this right, Macias, James Macias or Jamie Macias. I'm bad with the pronunciation of names, bro. Ready to get into this season? My Cowboys family in the house. What's up, my man? How y'all doing out there? I hope everybody's doing well. I got my little temporary stuff set up here. I got my stuff coming. I ordered some new stuff to get the channel rolling. I'm gonna go ahead. It's all about the star. How do you say that, my Cowboys family? The star first, or nothing's before the star, or I got you. I know what you're saying, my man. All right, I'm gonna cut this music off. We're gonna get started. Let me cut this little intro music off. All right, there we go. And now it's going to cut on to the computer. All right, there we go. There we go. Hey, what's up, my people? It's your homeboy, Cowboy Crunk, coming to you from Manama, Bahrain. It's your War Daddy back in the house. What up, fellas? Man, I'm ready to get this season rocking and rolling. We got some things to look at. Hopefully the season is going to happen this year. I want to see, hey, I'm with you, bro. I'm excited about HaHa Clinton Dix. I really think it looks like our pass rush team is coming together. If we can get that team rolling good, if we can get that team getting pressure on the quarterbacks, what that causes disruption behind the line of scrimmage. That causes disruption with that running back. It causes disruption with that quarterback. Stevie Mack in the crib. What up, baby? How you doing, man? Man, I'm just excited to get back and do this. It's Friday night here. I know it's Friday for you guys, so I probably won't have too many people on the stream. But anyways, like I said, that's where you get inaccurate throws. That's when you get the quarterback. I like this pressure. We should be getting up the middle with Dontari Poe and these guys, man. If they can get pressure up the middle, that's when your quarterback can't step into throws. When he can't step into throws, he tends to loft them a little bit. He can't get what he wants on them. That gives your corners and your safeties a chance to get in there. So I'm hoping that this. And I've got an idea. You guys know I'm the master of theories. I think I am anyways. We all think we're the master of theories. But my perception of what's going to go down with this defensive line and the situation with us just getting the guy we just picked up. See, this is my problem with coming back and doing videos when I hadn't done one in a while. Mark Holmes in the house. What's up, my man? Cowboy Joe Boo, you guys jump on that bandwagon. You guys, if you're on my channel, you're 99.9% already on his. Purge squad in here. So, but if we can get this defensive line to come together, if we can get this defensive line to come together, this is what's going to cause some pressure on the quarterbacks, and that's what's going to create. A lot of times, it's going to create these turnovers. It's going to create interceptions. It's going to create fumbles in the background because the running back is not able, to get quick possession of the ball before the defensive line is there. The quarterback can't step into the pass, and he's not able to throw an accurate throw, or he's having to throw on the run. If we can get this defensive line rolling, guys, this is going to get turnovers in the secondary. It isn't just about having good coverage and having guys that can make plays in the secondary. It's about starting up front. We have a team to make a run, my Cowboys family. Bro, I agree. You know that. I'm going to tell you this. I don't do the prediction like I have to say we're going to go 10-6 or 11-5 or whatever. My prediction is every week we're going to win, because what I do is I try to break it down every week. I watch every game that the Cowboys have. I watch the team that they're playing the next week, and I try to break down what they need to do, what the Cowboys need to do, where we can improve, what we need to do. Let's say if we're playing Pittsburgh, what we need to do against Pittsburgh to get the outcome of a win. And if you can project that, to me, I say we're 16-0. They should be 16-0. You're actually capable of winning every game. I mean, not to say you're going to. That's highly unlikely, very highly unlikely. But we have the opportunity to win every game. If you put yourself in the right position, every team in the NFL can win any given Sunday. We've all heard that, right? We've all heard any given Sunday. So, hey, guys, Stevie Mac, I appreciate that. You guys know I never talk about that. I don't say much. Hit the like button. That'll get this live stream to the top. I'm trying to get the channel rolling again. I've taken some time off. I've been working. I had blood pressure issues because I've been sitting. This is the same desk I work from because we're on this COVID thing. So I've been sitting at this desk about 60 hours a week, cranking out numbers and doing my thing, and I've got it down now. I think I've got the job down after about 8 months. The family's here, the dog is here. I just don't have a picket fence. I got the ocean outside, but no picket fence. So I'm happy, guys. The Cowboys, if anybody's got any updates, on the current NFL situation, throw those in the chat box. Concerning the COVID-19, I don't want to get into that directly, but it's a crazy situation. This is something that it's almost as bad as the NFL going on strike or something like that, or the talks of it going on strike. I really, really hate to see if we don't have a season this year. Everybody has their thoughts and stuff about this. Wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. My thoughts on that, bro, if you think it helps, if there's a percentage, even 5% or 2%, wear it, bro. I mean, just for now, let's get this shit over with, man. I don't take any, I don't take any, I guess what do you say, dislikes to anyone that mentions they don't think we should wear masks or whatever. But guys, we got to get this over with, and whatever it takes, man. If anything helps, follow through and do it. McCarthy has a plan, B, C, D, and beyond. Garrett had one plan. Yeah, that's one thing. My Cowboys family. I hope you guys. This was something I preached on last year and the year before and the year before. The freaking defense getting set 10 and 15 seconds before the snap, and allowing the offense to sit there, even rookie quarterbacks picking us apart because the quarterback could sit there and look our defense over. Nobody was moving. Nobody was shifting. No fake blitzes. We were going to line up. We put our guys just like we were lining up to play chess or checkers. We lined our fucking players up where they're supposed to be, and then we said, all right, we're ready. And they'd wait 10, 15 seconds till the snap was made, and it allowed these quarterbacks to pick us off. Or pick us apart and see where guys were. So any questions you guys? Hey, question is, Crunk, we going to a season, we going to have a season opener? I think that's what you're asking. I hope we're having a season opener. I'm getting my TV set up here. Don't have that done yet as far as local TV, but you guys know I bust my Roja Directa out Bella Rain Carson. Hey, oh, that's Cowgirl Crunk. What's up, girl? She's upstairs in the bedroom. She's watching from there. Bella Rain Dakota Carson was her. You know, originally I wanted to name her Dakota, my dog. My wife wanted to go with Bella, so she's got a long, like Hispanic name. Our dog, Bella Rain Dakota Prescott Carson, is her name. But anyways, guys, that's a different subject. But I got the TV going. Everything should be going good. You guys know I push the games out on Roja Directa, which is a site. If you're stuck at work, if you're wherever you are, you can't get the game, if the game's blocked, you can always go to Roja Directa and watch it. It's a website, and I'll give you the link when the season starts coming, and you can check that out. It shows all live sports. I mean, I watch my MMA there. I watch my live, all the live pay-per-views and all that shit. It's all on there, and it's all free. It's a website that comes from, I think it actually comes from Mexico. So you people out there hating on Mexico and want the wall and all that, I do agree in legal immigration. I do agree. Bring them over, get your papers done, come on over, dog, watch the game with me. But they got a website that comes out of Mexico that shows anything and everything you want to watch live stream sports, and the Cowboys are always on there. So they usually have about 20 links. You can check which link works for your computer or whatever, and you'll never ever miss a game. Stevie Mac knows we push that Roja Directa. If you can't get it on TV, you can get it there. So enough sales on that, and sales on 4LG Fabrication, my two sponsors today, and Cranking Rum. I didn't buy that the other day. I almost did, Stevie Mac. I bought some Splat Director, yeah. Yeah, he'll keep you guys in track. So when we do the live streams here, if you can't catch the game, I will be posting the link for that. Or Big Dan Splat will post a link for us. Stevie Mac throws it out there too for us sometime. Anyone, come on, my man. We're not gonna get into that. Hey, no politics. But anyways, guys, I haven't heard much from training camp today. The only thing I did hear is the Cowboys, the quarterbacks are wearing red jerseys now, which I guess they didn't before. That's the only. I did see that looked like CeeDee Lamb looked like he was making a badass one-handed catch. On one of the pictures I saw. If anybody had any information out there, I do have some stuff pulled up. I was going to show and discuss. I know Tyrone Crawford is back in the mix. Tyrone Crawford, I guess, is back off the PUP list. So he was in practice. Anything else? I saw some pictures of Zeke Eats. Everyone eats. I guess some about golf balls. I was going to go over some of these articles. Anybody had any questions or anything they wanted to talk about or throw out there? Us getting Griffin is big. You guys know how much better DeMarcus Lawrence plays when he has somebody on the opposite side. It's gonna create a huge difference for DeMarcus Lawrence. It's gonna free up these linebackers having Poe. And the guys we picked up in the free agent market, it should keep these linebackers clean. It should keep Van Der Esch. With those guys switching position, I've heard that Van Der Esch is going to be playing the middle. Jalen Smith's going to move back to the outside, give him a little bit more freedom. It'll give him more possibilities to rush also as well. And that's what I want to see. I want to see some deceptiveness. I want to see right before the snap. I want to see. Sometimes if there's a guy in the corner, if there's a guy lined up in the slot, I want to see Anthony Brown cheating up like he's going to blitz and maybe blitz, maybe send him, we've got to blitz more. Send him on a fake blitz, step in and then get back on the receiver, have the linebackers come up and get back in position, get back in position. It's stuff like that keeps the quarterback guessing and thinking, and us setting our defense. What's up, Chris Miller? How you doing, bro? I hadn't seen you in a while. I know it's been a while, but we're all here. Sheila Neal in the house. How you doing? Welcome in. But we've got to be more deceptive on our defense. And if these guys can get to the quarterback, and sometimes a pressure is better than a sack. if you can pressure the quarterback and just get him to make bad decisions, get his mind scrambled, get him where he's like, man, this defensive line is all over my ass, bro. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I can't make a move. You guys, when he gets to the huddle, he should be bitching his offensive line out. That's what I want to see. I want to see our the quarterbacks that we're facing. I want to see them all in their offensive line's ass. I want them to be pissed off that they cannot handle our defensive line. That's going to cause disruption in the backfield. It's going to cause your quarterback to get sketchy and make quick throws. It's going to cause even your offensive coordinator to throw their game plan off. When you come in and you're disruptive in the front, your defensive line is disruptive, you throw their whole game plan off. Everson Griffin had more quarterback knockdowns than Donald and Nick Bosa last year. And Stevie Mack, to me, that's wasn't aware of that. I haven't been able to look at his stats. But I do go with Stevie Mack's stats all the time. My man is always on point with those. He's always got my back. If I have any questions, I'll keep you close, Stevie Mack. But yeah, that sometimes, like I said, to me is more important and more impressive than an actual sack. If you can get that quarterback making hasty decisions, making quick throws, he can't step into his throws because that center, when that center's butt is right back in his lap, that quarterback can't step up and make throws. He has to. And another thing, guys, I don't know if there's something you guys are aware of: a 3-step, a 5-step, or a 7-step drop. So when your quarterback drops back every snap, when he has a pass play, it's a 3-step, 5-step, or 7-step drop. And those defensive linemen know that, or not, defensive linemen, the offensive linemen know that. So if he has a 7-step drop, there's a point he's supposed to be at, and that's where the offensive line, they'll step back and they'll protect that point. It may be seven steps back, or it could be 5 steps back. Mentally, those offensive linemen have to know that. And when you are able to disrupt that, when you can have the quarterback make him step up or make him step back further than 7 steps, now the line of attack is different. And that's how you get a lot of your sacks, is because the quarterback has to step up. Now that offensive lineman is blocking the tackle. The tackle is blocking the edge rusher, and he thinks the quarterback's here, but he's not. He's to his right because he had to step up. And that's when you'll have a lot of these guys step in. It changes the line of attack for the defense, and that's what creates some of these sacks that you see, is the quarterback isn't able to step back and get in position where he should be, or he has to move, or he has to adjust, or once he rolls out. And sometimes that's some of the things that causes these holding penalties. When your quarterback drops back, if the edge rusher is coming from the left, well, he has nothing else to do but roll out and go to the right. And as soon as he does, all those defensive linemen shift and try to run to the right, and the offensive linemen have no choice but to grab a hold of the jerseys because they're like, why is the whole defensive line shifting? So that's what you guys see a lot of times. It happens with we see it with our offensive linemen as well. We see a lot, holding penalties when Dak gets outside the pocket because the defensive line is shifting. They're supposed to be holding the pocket, and the line shifts, or Dak Prescott rolls out, and the linemen pull. And when the linemen pull, they end up, pulling their jerseys or hold them onto them. I said we were 2 guys away from a Super Bowl now with Griffin signing. We're really darn close. I think we're, this season's going to be tricky. I do think we're close. I always hate to say that, but the quarterback position is, at least we've got that locked in for this year. I would like to see a secondary move. I don't think there's anything we can do on the offense. I can't see a position we could upgrade at. Literally, there's no reason to. Currently, I think where we're sitting, across the board. Of course, there's better guards out in the league than we have currently. We could Conor McGregor and Connor McGovern. Those guys are young. We're going to see. I'm actually a little interested in seeing Tristan Hill this year. I know he hasn't been on the radar, and he shouldn't be too much. But this is a position I've always talked about on my channel, that I think offensive line and defensive line, they take a little time to come around. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen take a little longer to develop, because when you're coming out of college, these big boys got to eat, bro. When big boys got to eat, they got to be fed, they got to hit the weight room. And they really don't get that opportunity to do it properly a lot of times until they get to the pros. You just don't in college. A lot of the, especially the smaller colleges and stuff, they just don't have the facilities like the Dallas Cowboys do. So 2 years on the Dallas Cowboys program, you're going to probably put on, a 300-pound guy, 320-pound guy is probably going to put on 15, 20 pounds of muscle and take off 15, 20 pounds of fat. So he may weigh the same, but he's going to be a hell of a lot stronger, a hell of a lot faster, and a much better offensive lineman. But guys coming out of college at I was looking at the number of people we had in here, not 17 years old, but guys coming out of college at 21, 22 years old just don't have that strength yet to handle the NFL. So you rarely see offensive linemen come in and produce the first year or two. They've got to be fed, they've got to hit the weight room, they've got to get their strength up. How do you feel about Everson Griffin? What's up, Jesus is Love 77? How you doing, bro? Or girl or gal, how you doing? Man, I've looked over some of his footage. He looks like he has, some different moves. He actually reminds me of Quinn a little bigger. It looks like maybe not as agile, but maybe even a little stronger. I didn't like on Quinn a little bit. It seemed like he hurt us in the run game at times, but hey, when you're focusing on the pass rush, Quinn was great to have there. I actually think overall he's a better player. I know he's a little older. I think he brings more. Talking about older, comparing him to our current lineman, not Quinn anymore. But I think he's going to bring a value, a veteran type situation to the defensive line. Hey, our hot boys are back. I didn't have should have worn my hot boys headband, but I need a haircut. I've been cutting my hair, guys, for 30 years. I've been military, so I cut my high top fade, my pump, whatever you guys want to call it. There's Splat. What's up, my man? Big damn Black Splat. What up, my boy? Everything he says hits. Everything he says is like, like you hear somebody say, I'm going to throw something against the wall and see if it sticks. Well, everything he says sticks to the wall. I'm telling you, he's got some good quotes too, and some good thoughts on the Cowboys. So, Miles Tactical, what's up, man? What up, Crunk Dog? Long time. Yes, it's been a while. What's cool is actually I got here. You guys know I have a lot of veterans that follow the channel and a lot of current military, which is cool. Represent the War Daddy when I can. And I was happy when I got here. I actually ran into 2 people that recognized me here, which was crazy. I'd been here 2 days and ran into this guy. It's called the NEX. I'm at a Navy air station, so ran into this guy, and he recognized me from the channel. And right in front of my boss, actually, my boss was standing there, and she was like, what the hell was that? I was like, no, I have a YouTube channel. She's like, that dude was like tripping out. I was like, probably because it surprised him. It's not, she thought I was somebody famous because he was freaking out. But he was freaking out because you don't expect to run into somebody when you're, on one of the smallest islands, that's a country on the planet. So it was pretty cool. But the guy was, was real receptive and a Cowboy fan, solid dude. So, and I've seen him a couple more times around the base. Yeah, man, I'm happy about the defensive line. I think that's going to be the anchor. That's going to be the anchor of our defense. That's what's going to create our turnovers in the secondary. If we can get, our secondary is young, a little bit unproven. We don't have any veterans back there, and our veteran is basically Clinton Dix, which is new to the team. So we're going to have a new concept on defense, and with this 3-4, 4-3, we got the personnel for 4-3, but maybe in 3-4 at times. All of us are still wondering about that. Rocking the Bill Bates jersey, yes sir. So we'll see how this goes. I really, really hope this defensive line can be disruptive, and that's what's going to get us our turnovers, strip sacks, and the interceptions are going to come from illicit throws, inaccurate throws, because that defensive line's getting after it. We need to see a really good rotation. We should see a good rotation of these guys out there, and I'd like to see Tristan Hill in there. And I know we have a lot of people out there that, oh man, Tristan Hill's garbage, and he hasn't done anything. 100%, he hadn't done a damn thing for this team. And he owes us as Cowboy fans. Tristan Hill owes us a freaking season, man. And we wasted a draft pick on him, and I don't like saying that. So if the guy can turn it around, and you can say, hey, he just needed a year or two to put some weight on, get a little stronger, because it's men. That defensive line and offensive line is straight men. That's a place where the beasts play. The beasts play in there. And at 21, 22 years old, sometimes guys just don't fit, And if guys don't fit, they get pushed around, they get shoved around, they get pushed back into the secondary. At his position, it was not a liquidation. He hurt us in the run game, and that was the biggest thing. If you can't hold your spot there at the 3 or the 1, you're going to hurt our run game. And I just don't think he was strong enough yet. D. Will in the house. What's up, brother? CD Lamb, big plays. Guys, our offense should be set to go. The only thing that concerns me on the offense, I'd like to see this in the chat box. Anybody got any concerns on the offense? Let me know. I'll give you my concern here in just a second. I want to see what some of your concerns are. Throw your concerns up in the what position do you have a concern in on the offense? It's not running back. I might see some tight ends out there. We won't see wide receiver, left guard. We got some left guard from Kerry Randall's in there, saying we got some issues possibly at left guard. Tyron Smith, I know he's getting up there. Swaggy D, you hit it on the spot. That's what I was thinking, brother. I love me some Joe Looney, but we did have issues that year, with the center position. Connor has to get stronger. Yeah, these guys are going to get stronger. That's what I was just talking about, Kerry Randall's. I think my perception, I got you, bro, Connor Williams, yeah. My perception on that is they're just young. And when you're 22 years old, you're not going to be as strong as a 26-year-old man that's been in a professional weight room, eating a professional diet with probably a professional trainer, and all these things. It just makes a huge difference having the food, the mindset behind it, working in a professional program. When you're working out with guys that are bigger and stronger than you. I'm sure Connor Williams at college, when he was there in college, I'm sure he was probably the strongest dude on his team. And then he comes to the Cowboys, and he's probably the 15th or 20th strongest guy on the team. There's probably a hell of a lot of dudes that you get a lot stronger after you get into your 25, 30-year-old, age range. And you're eating better. You have personal cooks that cook for you, make sure you eat right. These professional guys are on a different level. And it takes these offensive linemen and defensive linemen a little while to catch up. So I'm hoping Connor Williams can come in and do that. As well as Tristan Hill. But going back to the center position, I love me some Joe Looney. But we did have, if you guys look back at the year he started in 2017, we had some issues. Was it 2017 or 2018? 2018, I'm sorry, guys. 2018, when he started for Travis Frederick, we had some issues, and Dak had a lot of pressures. Dak had a lot of sacks. He had 14 fumbles that year. He led the NFL with fumbles. So he also led the NFL in fumble recoveries. So it's not something you want to see. I hope Looney can play a little better. He's been with the team a little longer now, and I expect more out of him. I don't expect the Tyler Badass to play much. It's overwhelming for a center to come in, or an offensive lineman to come in and play as a rookie. So it's just a lot. It's a huge difference. The offensive line, defensive line is probably the biggest jump in the NFL that you can make. Going, a corner can come in, a wide receiver can come in. They can run their routes. They're fast. They got their speed. It's different. But these offensive linemen, it's a whole different game. They're fighting against men. Strength is harder to come by than speed and quickness and running routes. So yeah, we're going to see some issues, I think, with the offensive line a little bit. Joe Looney, it's going to be his job to coordinate the offensive line. Every time they come up, the first thing he's supposed to do is grab that ball or put his hands on his knees, look around, see where the defensive line is lined up. And this is what I didn't like about our Cowboys. I told you guys earlier, we would line up on defense and stand there for 15 seconds. Nobody would move. Nobody would shift. Nobody would, give us a fake blitz or step up like they were blitzing and step back. We line up and stand there. And when you do that, you allow the center to line the blocks up, talk about the blocking scheme. You got 53, I got, and they'll do that before the snap. And that's Joe Looney's job. And that's what Travis Frederick was he had that down pat. And he has to organize that. He's the facilitator to Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott is his job to listen to Joe Looney. And if he's wrong, Dak Prescott will correct him. And that's one thing he didn't have to correct Travis Frederick a lot. During the year that he had Joe Looney, he was having to correct Joe Looney some with some of the play schemes and the blocking schemes and stuff like that. So it's a huge part. Joe Looney has to know everybody's job on that offensive line. Especially the guards, the tackles not so much, but the guards, pulling, blocking straight across, blocking down, blocking up. He has to know all of those things and call it out if these guys don't know. There's let me get with the chat box here. Swaggy D, Looney does concern me when we play the good teams. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. It was before, and I'm hoping he picks up. We definitely have the best backup center in the league in Joe Looney, now being our starter. And I know we're looking to replace that, and I think they've done the right thing long term. But this year, it's most likely going to be Joe Looney. I think pretty much the whole season. If they can get Tyler Badass in some games where we're up, I don't want to talk about us being down. But if they can get Tyler Badass in on some plays, on some games where we're up, it'd be nice to see, test his capabilities in game time. Since we don't have a freaking preseason, that really pisses me off, man. I like preseason. I like seeing the rookies. I like the give me some ones or twos in there. If you like preseason, some people hate it. They think it's stupid. They think it's ridiculous. If you like preseason, give me a 1. If you don't like it, give me a 2. Or use S or not S, use Y or N. I love preseason. You get to see your rookies. You get to see what you got out of the draft. You got to see, Swaggy D's down for some preseason. I like seeing it. I like seeing the young guys get out there. I like seeing our backup quarterback. It's about scouting. Exactly. Yes, absolutely. Scout your team. And you get to scout the other teams. That's another good thing about the preseason. If you're looking for a safety, you might have some teams that are really deep at safety, and they might have a safety that's sitting the bench that would be a starter for the Cowboys. And if you can see you get a set of eyes on a rookie or a young safety that balls out in preseason, then you may make a trade or look at taking a guy. Pretty much, yeah, everybody here. USMC Lambo, what's up, man? Stevie Max here. Yes, everybody's here, bro. Damn, can't watch. Headed to work. Catch you guys later. All right, brother. Take care, man. We'll be here. I should be firing the channel back up. I just wanted to do a live stream to get it going. I do got a new microphone on the way. I got my microphone coming, which should help. I won't have to wear these headphones anymore. So the preseason to me is a huge part of the season. I like to see those guys even, play. I really think, and you guys could probably, some guys may jump off the damn channel over this one. I'm a Dak Prescott fan. You guys, he's my favorite player in the NFL right now. He's exciting. I'm not saying he's the best player. I'm saying he's a Cowboy. He's our quarterback. I love Dak Prescott more than any other player in the league. That's my boy. My number two guy is Michael Gallup. I just like me some Michael Gallup, man. I like that dude. He's got that giddy up. The Gallup, the giddy up, all pertains to a horse. That's my boy, man. He reminds me of Des Bryant. He's a thin, young Des Bryant, as my boy D. Will. Dak's a true pro, no doubt about it. I am concerned about this contract thing. The way Dak was talking the other day, it seemed as though he's trying to buy Jerry Jones into the fact that, hey, Jerry Jones, I'm here. I was here before. I understand, his agent got in the way, but I really think Dak was saying, I'm here. I want to be a Cowboy. It's your job to make it happen. But I'm telling you this, Jerry Jones is going to stand his ground. He is not going to overpay Dak. And what I mean by overpay, what I mean is they're not going to pay him to the point. We've got a good freaking team, guys. We've got a lot of people we got to pay. We have a hell of a lot of people we got to pay. We got Gallup coming up. We got LVE coming up. We've got guys coming up on their second term, contracts. We got Connor Williams, Connor McGovern. These guys are going to be coming up soon too. All of this goes into Dak Prescott getting paid. They've got to get Dak as cheap as they can. They've got to work that deal. I do think he's going to sign. I think he's going to actually sign right around the same price they offered him last year. I don't think it'll be much more than 35. He should have signed that before. Todd Francis really yeah, bro, I was there the whole Stevie Mac, I don't know how much you guys watch my channel. Once Andy Dalton was signed, I've seen how that guy works. Todd Francis, we've all watched how he works. As soon as I saw, you put the numbers together, Todd Francis, the Cowboys signed Andy Dalton. They only paid him $3 million. He's not a bad quarterback. The Cowboys aren't even going to call him. They're not even going to call Dak. They're just going to say, "Show up. We're rolling with the franchise tag," and that's what they did. Why would they do anything different? There's no reason to at this point. You had the COVID thing going. There's so many, unforeseen things. What this cap's going to be next year, how the future is going to roll out it's going to affect the next couple of years probably in the NFL. So, it was a huge deal. The signing of Andy Dalton sealed it though. That right there told me, they're going to force Dak to play on the franchise tag. They're not going to talk to him. Dak will show up because he's not going to let Andy Dalton take a snap. Hell no. I mean, he wouldn't even let Cooper Rush take a snap most likely. Cooper Rush, a little different. Dak might have said, yeah, go ahead. Roll with Cooper Rush, see what happens. But if we wouldn't have had Andy Dalton, of course, the Cowboys would have went out and got another veteran. So it would have happened one way or the other. The Cowboys were going to go out and get a veteran quarterback. They happened to get a very, very good veteran that would probably start for 8 to 10 teams. You could list. He would probably start for Chicago. He would probably start for. There's a hell of a lot of. He would probably start for the Jaguars. He may start for Carolina. There's a lot of damn teams out there that Andy Dalton would have started for. So for him to come to the Cowboys for $3 million, and Jerry Jones actually stating to him, you're going to get an opportunity. There's a chance you're going to play, and he told him that, and he went there. I'm down for keeping Crawford. I like his flexibility. I think we should keep him, but I think we should try to renegotiate his contract, especially through the injuries and stuff that he's had. I don't know who mentioned doing something with Crawford. If you could get, there's another situation as well. And people say you should keep this person or get rid of this person. You never know what somebody's going to offer you. If they happen to put Tyrone Crawford out on the market, and they got a ridiculous deal, let's say Tyrone Crawford, a team had a frustrated guy they wanted to get rid of. Tyrone Crawford, and I can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now. I apologize. But let's say Tyrann Mathieu. let's say the Chiefs were having trouble on with their cap, and they're like, hey, well, we could move we could get Tyrone Crawford, move Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, reduce our salary, get a pretty good player, and the Cowboys give up a draft pick, something like that. Yeah, I'm down for getting rid of Crawford, but at a certain price, So it's like the Herschel Walker trade. Everybody says pay Dak, pay Dak. I think the price was right, what they had on Dak. I'm glad they didn't go higher. I think that Jerry Jones played it perfect. I think we're sitting right where we should be. I think this is going to force Dak to take the contract next year, and he will. And if his agent holds him back, he's going to walk away. He's going to walk away from his agent as well. He probably should have already. The problem with is this agent has extremely high high contacts within Hollywood, within the movie makers. This agent handles a lot of stuff outside of football, so he has a lot of coordination to do with like the Dan and Yogurt and getting Dak Prescott commercials and money outside of football. That's his forte, even over football, is getting these football players commercial deals and money outside of football. So that's the reason Dak is standing by him so hard. The guy's made Dak a shitload of money outside of football. So Dak wants to stay with him. But at this point, Dak's contract is more important than a Dan and Yogurt commercial. So I do believe if there's issues with the contract, Dak will walk away and he'll find another agent that'll get this done. But the deal is there's no more negotiating to do, really. We know what Dak wanted to sign towards the end of the year. He was willing to take a knee, and I hope he doesn't take a knee. Sorry guys, I'm not. That's just 30 years in military service, and a lot of the stuff I've seen. I think taking a knee is the wrong time. I understand people doing it if that's what they want to do, but when you're really fond of a player, you don't want to see a player do something that you don't like. So I don't like to do it, but if that's what Dak decides to do. Hector Vega in the house. What's up, my man? If Dax leaves, he will be. I'm sorry, Swaggy D. I was talking about him leaving his agent. I leave out words sometimes when I get to talking quick, but I was talking about him leaving his agent, not like leaving the Cowboys. I think he'll walk away from his agent to stay with the Cowboys, and his agent's going to push to get every dollar because he gets a percentage of that. But in the end, it's Dak's decision, and Dak will make the right decision. He'll stay with the Cowboys. Hopefully, they'll get that deal done right around what they offered him last year. I don't think they should increase it, maybe a little. And you guys know, look back, I did a damn video on April 26, 2019. 2019, April 26, I think it was around that time. I did a video. I wanted a 10-year deal on Dak. 10 years, $300 million. Now you're looking at Patrick Mahomes, $450 million. It sounded crazy when I said it, last year, but that's what they should have done. Dak Prescott is not going to get injured. He's not going to have issues with if you think about the issues that would concern you on a 10-year deal. Think about the issues that would concern you. Injuries, him getting in trouble, going to prison, doing something stupid. He's not going to do any of those things. I'm about right there with you, bro. 37.7 is about where we need to keep it. We just have other players I want to pay. And Dak has to realize that, man. I did a video and I never made it. I never posted it, but I separated all these goddamn frijoles, or beans, and dude, Dak's pile of beans he was asking for was more than the whole defensive line. He wanted more money than, and I understand that. That's the quarterback pay, but sometimes you got to step away and say, look, I don't give a fuck what the Chiefs, what the Giants, what any other team is paying their quarterback. Look what happened to the Rams. They paid Gurley, they paid Goff, and now they're drying up. They dried up from the salary cap hits that they had to take. It happened to Philadelphia. Philadelphia lost a lot of their weapons. I just don't believe in paying these guys, these quarterbacks. The Patrick Mahomes deal, I don't know how that's going to work out because it is so long. You can play with it. If the Chiefs play that contract right, it'll work out fine. It'll work out. But if they don't play that right, and if Patrick Mahomes doesn't step up and honor that contract and play his ass off, he's going to have to make up for some weapons that they won't be able to afford now. And that's just the bottom line. And Dak was going to have to do that as well. If he would have signed at 35, I would have been cool with it. They should have done a $320 million deal for 10 years last year. They should have done a 10-year deal then. Dak's not going anywhere. He's not going to get hurt. He's not going to get injured. You do 5 years of it guaranteed. Give him 200 guaranteed right off the fucking front. Bang, give him 200 million. He's good for it, guys. He is. That puts him at 32 million a year for the next 10 years. 5 years from now, you renegotiate it and do something different. Crunk, in 2020, the salary cap will continue to. I know this. I know. I'm not getting into that. I don't give a damn about what the salary cap is. Quarterbacks are making too much. That's my opinion. I know the salary cap's going up. Everybody says, well, it's going up 10 million, so you can give him 10 million more. No, that 10 million's for everybody. That 10 million's not for Dak. That's what I think. It's my belief. But I do agree. I know it's going up, but to me, I'm not giving, just because it's going up, I'm not giving all that to my quarterback. Some of that I got to give. Some of that I got to give to other players, and that's just the way it is. Well, if that happens, then you renegotiate. If that happens, if it goes up 200 million by 2027, you renegotiate. Everybody's going to be renegotiating. Joe Looney will be renegotiating. But I'm not paying someone what I think of the future is going to be. I'm looking at what the NFL is now. I'm saying, the Patrick Mahomes deal is going to work out. He's going to probably renegotiate in a few years as well. But I would have done a 10-year deal with Dak, $320 million. You don't think he would have signed it? Give me yes or no's in the comment box. Give me a Y or an N if you think Dak would have signed $320 million, 200 guaranteed, $32 million a year last year. Now, that was the going rate at the time. So I think he would have signed it. I would have been happy as hell, bruh. And if Dak wants to renegotiate 3 years from now, 5 years from now, he wants more money, you renegotiate. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted, and it was so crazy when they came out with Patrick Mahomes. I was like, ain't that a bitch? And now the Cowboys can't. Jerry Jones ain't gonna follow somebody. Jerry Jones absolutely is not gonna come in and say, oh, that's a good idea. Let me do a 10-year deal. And I think I'll tell you this right here. I would give Dak a 10-year deal before I gave Patrick Mahomes one. Now, let me explain that. I think Dak is more reliable. I think Dak has less of a chance of getting in trouble with the league or having issues. I think he's going to be on the field every game. Patrick Mahomes has a little bit more tendency to be a little wild on the run. Dak will do it at times. He does it on third down. Dak will go get you a first on third. He will truck a linebacker. And it does concern me at times. But I trust Dak physically, health-wise. I trust Dak more than I trust Patrick Mahomes. So I would do a 10-year deal with Dak before I did one with Patrick Mahomes, actually. Probably depending on the guaranteed money. But I trust Dak. I trust Dak's health. I trust his body. He's physically bigger. He's stronger. Mahomes' deal has a very few team outs. That's an issue. I saw that as well. Patrick Mahomes is locked. He's locked and loaded, bro. And I hope the guy until the Super Bowl. They could beat us in the regular season. I don't give a shit. We don't play him in the playoffs unless we get him in the Super Bowl. But I wish the guy well. Texas Tech, right down the road, for me in Houston. Been to Texas Tech, been to a couple games there, not Texas Tech games, went to some high school basketball games there and stuff like that. Knee injury, stuff like that. That's why I have less concerns with Dak and giving Dak a long-term deal. And I hope that's what the Cowboys do. Maybe they'll let this Patrick Mahomes deal roll down the road a little bit, and Jerry Jones will come in and do an 8-year deal with Dak or something. That's what I want. If you do an 8-year deal, somebody do the math for me. 8 times 37, 240, 8 to 50, 290 something thousand. I think 296,000. I think it's 296,000. 37 times 8. I think it's 296. I did that in my head real quick, so I don't know if that's right. 296,000. Give him 200, or give him 180 guaranteed, something like that, and roll with Dak at 37 million. I have no issue doing that, but I don't want to get into this situation where we're going to have guys that we can't keep, and it's going to happen still. But I didn't want to see Byron Jones go, as little, I don't think the guy had an interception. Did he? Did he have one interception since he's been with the Cowboys? I don't recall. I should recall. That's something I would know if I was on top of my shit. But truthfully, Byron Jones, outstanding lockdown cornerback, but really nothing on the turnovers issues. He didn't cause any. He didn't force any fumbles. He didn't create interceptions. He had a lot of pass breakups, and a lot of, he didn't get thrown to a lot, and it made Chidobe Awuzie actually look worse than he is. Chidobe Awuzie is not as bad as he looked at times. The problem was he just got so many targets because Byron Jones was such a lockdown corner. Real quick again, I appreciate it earlier. Thanks, Stevie Mac. Subscribe to the channel because I'm going to tell you why to subscribe to the channel. You know why? I want you to subscribe because every time you subscribe to the channel and you hear that bell ring, a Philadelphia Eagle shits his pants because the Crunk just got another subscriber. And I'm telling you, that's what's going to make this channel grow. I want to see Philly 500 busting his ass. I want to see Redskins fans flipping over in their grave because there's no more Redskins fans. I don't know what they're going to be called. The Washington Wizards, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll take the basketball team. Good work as always. Hey, I appreciate it, Mark. But hit the subscribe button, guys. I usually don't mention that. It's just something that blows over, blows past me. But every time you hit that subscribe button, like I said, that bell rings, and every time you do that, Eli Manning fumbles the damn football. You know what I'm saying? So we need to hear that bell ring. We need to see Eli fumble, even though he's been passed up. But it does piss me off that guy, as garbage a quarterback Eli Manning is, had two Super Bowls. I think it's incredible. But hey, that's what a good defense can do for you. I hope our defense can get after it this year, create some turnovers. Our defense up front is going to create our turnovers. If we can get this defense to get pressure on that quarterback, make the quarterback make quick decisions, make him make throws where he can't step into the throw, make him make throws on the run. He's running from these defensive linemen or having to throw off balance. That's when your secondary, the ball just isn't as accurate, and your secondary has a much better chance of getting interceptions versus when there's a clean pocket, the quarterback can step up, make his throw, and all those things. Kerry Randall's again. Hey, Crunk, what's your record prediction before you go? Before I was calling, I apologize, guys. But if I'm live again, I usually don't make a prediction, Kerry. What I do is I go week by week. If you're a Cowboy fan, as good as our team is this year, we're going to walk in every Sunday, every Monday night, or every Thursday night. We're going to walk in with an opportunity to win. What I try to do on the channel is I give a prediction on what we need to do. I give a prediction on what we need to do to win that week. So if we win that week and we win the next week, we should be 16-0. Of course, we're probably not going to go 16-0. I seriously doubt that. So we'll probably lose a couple games. But as a prediction, I'm hoping. I really. It's tough to say, bro. It's just going to be a tough season. This season's going to be different. I'm hoping for 12-4. You know what I'm saying? But what I do is I go in every week. I say we're going to win this week. I never go in on Sunday saying how the Giants got us this week. I know why. Watch the game. To me, and I know that's not what you were asking for, but to me, I go in every week. I say we got a chance to win. I'll take it week by week. I expect us to win the division. I expect us to win every week. And I kind of try to, what I do is I watch the Cowboys game every week 3 or 4 times, and then I watch whoever we play. Let's say we play the Steelers this coming up week. I would watch that game, whoever they just played. I would watch that game 2 or 3 times as well. It gives you a good look on who's on the injured list, who's not playing for the Steelers. If we're playing them on Sunday, I'll watch the game probably like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I know the Steelers, and then I predict the score. I tell you what we need to do to win, and we walk into the game on Sunday. We should win this game, and if we do that every week, we should be 16-0. So that's how I do it. I don't, but I do. I would say 12-4 if I had to pick something, but that's actually what I'd pick every year. Even if we were 2-14 the year before, I say, hey, 12-4, that's my number. So Roger Staubach and Dak Prescott. Uh, but if our defensive line can put some, if they can put some pressure on these quarterbacks, that's going to make a huge difference. That's what's going to get us our turnovers in the secondary, not necessarily Clinton Dix making outstanding plays, or leaving the receiver open and then recovering and making a good play, or things that I used to try to do when I played in the second. I'm gonna let my man get open. I'm gonna let him get open on purpose so I can make an interception. You can't do that shit in the NFL. But anyways, guys, that's where we are. I got my channel going. I got some new lights up. I don't know if the lighting looks okay, if everything's cool. Here's an even bigger question: do they stick with Amari or Gallup in 2022? I don't see them keeping both once Gallup's. Bro, Gallup is nasty, Stevie Mac. I like Gallup just as much as Cooper. I mean, I really think he's got something, bro. You look at those touchdowns. That one where he caught the ball, hopped on one leg, and did a flip over the defender into the end zone, and stayed in bounds. I can't remember who that was against. I was thinking it was the Giants, but I don't recall. That was bad. He had a couple other ones. The one he caught in the corner of the end zone, out of the back of the corner of the end zone. The one I was just talking about was when he caught it about the 5-yard line, or actually caught it about the 7, and he jumped on one leg, landed on the other one, and then from the 4-yard line, hopped into the end zone and did a flip over the defender or some shit. Some Bruce Lee shit. He did some Bruce Lee shit. When he did it, I was like, what the? I don't know if that that probably sounded stupid as hell, but that's the sounds they made in the old karate movies. I mean, he literally did some crazy shit, and I thought it was funny. I mean, I thought it was cool, and yeah, it was the Giants. Okay, cool, but I like Gallup, man. If we have to let somebody walk, it's probably gonna be Coop, and I don't like to talk about that shit. I like to talk about Dak taking $35 million, and will that help Cooper, stay on the team somehow? Will we be able to, it's only a couple million a year, maybe from 35 to 37 to 38, whatever they end up paying him, but it adds up, and a lot of times that's what you need, that's what you have to have, is especially if you have to go to your depth. You lose your depth players when you have too many high-valued players on your team. When you have too many highly paid players on the team, you're going to lose depth, and you're just not going to be able to keep those guys, all of them. You're going to lose your mid-level guys. You're not going to be able to sign guys like Poe. You're not going to be able to sign guys like Everson, the one we just picked up this week. I think I just said his name wrong. We're not. Those are the guys you're not going to be able to. What are we going to do with Tony Pollard? Tony Pollard doesn't get the touches he deserves. That's something. If anybody got any comments on Tony Pollard, throw those up. I think we'll talk about Tony Pollard for a few minutes, and then I'll probably jump off. It's 9:30 at night here, which I don't work tomorrow. So, but Tony Pollard doesn't get the snaps he deserves. If he was on another team, I think Tony Pollard would probably start on about 10 to 15 teams in this league. And Tony Pollard can play. He can also play the slot receiver. He did that a lot in Tennessee. And when we were going into the draft, I actually was projecting a safety again. All of us for 2 years in a row that I've been doing this YouTube channel, we're all wanting a safety, and they go with a damn receiver. The year before they went with Leighton Vander Esch. We were wanting a safety, and it kills me that we didn't get our safety. But hey, we had to take Michael Gallup. He'll get more this year. I'm thinking he will too. My thing is, Zeke's going to get his snaps, and I hope McCarthy's a little harder, a little more hard ass than Jason Garrett was, and maybe Kellen Moore will have a little bit more say on that. But dude, when it's 3rd and 2 and Ezekiel Elliott comes out of the game, I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? What'd Stevie say? If CeeDee Lamb balls out, I think Cooper is gone in 2 years. Yeah, I feel the same. But I can tell you this: I saw an interview by Cooper. It wasn't that long ago, and it was after he'd signed his deal and all that. He really sounds like he likes it in Dallas, man. They were talking about his transition from Oakland to Dallas, and it was his first year. It was during his first year, and when we were going on the run with, we were like 8-1 since he had been on the team. It was close to the end of that season, but he really sounded genuine. I really think Cooper likes it in Dallas, and it'll end up being, who do the Cowboys like? Do the Cowboys like Cooper over do they like Cooper over Michael Gallup? Or does Michael Gallup do some things that the Cowboys don't approve of? Or, it only takes 2 or 3 plays. And that's the thing with Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill hasn't gotten on the field much. He hasn't proven himself. He's missed some he's had some issues. He's had a few plays where he got his ass whipped in quite a few plays, and you're not going to see him again. Same thing with Taco Charlton. Taco Charlton never got his chance. He took a couple ass whoopings at defensive end, and let a few runs go past. He had some issues with getting pressure on the quarterback. He didn't have as much issue with that, but he had some issues getting pressure on the quarterback, and they didn't want to see him anymore. And you don't get a chance in the NFL. You get a couple opportunities, and that's it. And the fact that he was a first-round draft pick, he got a little more opportunities maybe than he should have. Cooper said he took less money because he I really think he wants to stay, and it'll come down to that. If we can't see that down the road, but if CeeDee Lamb is asking for too much money, or Michael Gallup, which he's coming up first, if Michael Gallup asks for extreme amount of money, and the Cowboys know they can't pay him, they're going to look to trade him, and hopefully we get good trade value for him if that happens. But I really hope we can get these guys signed. It would make a huge difference to the team. And if the what's up, Tyrone Church? How you doing, bro? If the NFL cap, the cap space goes up the way, some people are talking about it. If it goes up like my Cowboy family's talking, everybody's going to get a car. Like Oprah said, you get a car, and we're going to be able to keep all these guys, because it'll take a while for the request of salaries to catch up with where the cap is. You know what I'm saying? Players are going to say, hey, I need a new deal. Hey, I want a new, and for a while, if the salary cap goes up like that, they'll have money to keep, most of the guys on the team. So hopefully we'll fall into that category. But if we do, that just means everybody is going to fall into that category. We got Griffin. Good move. It's going to help DeMarcus Lawrence a lot. It's going to put more pressure on these quarterbacks that we'll be facing, and hopefully get us those turnovers we've been. Donovan Wilson, yes, he makes the team 100%. I think he's going to make the. I think he definitely makes the team. I think with Chidobe Awuzie seriously possibly moving to safety, I think he fits there better. I think he's a better tackler than he is a cover guy. So to me, if he's a better tackler than coverage guy, I think it fits him at safety. Will he end up being a starting safety? I don't know, but it's going to give us flexibility. If Woods or HaHa Dix is down, we'll have a backup. But they're definitely, I think, going to look at putting Chidobe Awuzie, at least getting some rotations there at safety. Not 100%, but I would not doubt it. But Donovan Wilson, I think he has a good chance of making the team. He's got to get his ass on the field. And that's what I was wanting to see preseason for. He's one of the exact players I wanted to see. I wanted to see Donovan Wilson in these preseason games, and now we're not going to get to see those things. It's really unfortunate for the young guys. It's very unfortunate. It may be one of the situations that screws Tristan Hill out of a job. Tristan Hill may not have a job after this season. If the season gets started and they need Tristan Hill to play and he doesn't ball out every opportunity he's on the field, he won't be around much longer. He just hasn't lived up to what the hype. But like I said, these big guys, they take a little longer to come around. They have to get their strength. They have to eat. At 22 years old, you don't see many of them come into the league that can hang on the offensive line for a year or two. Unless they're a top 5 pick or top 10 pick, your Ed Olivers and those guys, they come in, they beast out right away. They eat. They feast on quarterbacks. But offensive linemen as well. They come in young, they get beat, they're holding, they're getting penalties, they're making your offense go backwards. And another thing I'm hoping to see this year is I'm sick and tired. And if I got any agreements with, anybody that agrees, if you agree with this, put a Y in the comment box. If you don't, put an N. But I'm sick and tired of every time on first down, seeing Ezekiel Elliott get the ball between the guards. Ezekiel Elliott, again, between the guards on first down. We've got to be a little more deceptive than that. I want Ezekiel Elliott to get the same amount of carries. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with 28, 26 to 28 carries. Actually, I'm cool with I would prefer him to have about 20 to 24 carries, and I'd like Gallup to not Michael Gallup, Tony Pollard to have about. I like Tony Pollard to have about 6 carries, maybe 6 or 7. That's what I would like to see, but I would like to see those carries more on second down. The run game, play calling was absolutely garbage last year. Stevie Mack, that's exactly what I was talking about. It was like first down, give it to Zeke, and let's see what we get, and then we'll see what we need to do on second down. Well, on second down, you're forced into a passing situation now because they knew you were going to run on first. They had 8 in the box. They showed it to you, and you still ran the ball, and we don't have the offensive line that can do that anymore. If you guys watched the old video, there's an old video of Emmitt Smith talking, and they're doing a documentary, and Emmitt Smith is actually talking about against the San Francisco 49ers when the line was so dominant that playoff game. They ran the same play 8 times in a row and scored a touchdown, and San Francisco couldn't do shit. They couldn't do a damn thing about it because that line knew that they were dominating the defensive line. We don't have that right now. We have one of the best offensive lines. Well, I think we're around, I would say around 7 to 10, depending on how well Looney's able to orchestrate. Looney has to orchestrate this offensive line. It's his job. He has to coordinate the blocking schemes out of the snap, pre-snap, after the huddle. He has to organize these blocking schemes. If he's not capable of handling that, it causes issues. It causes issues with blocking assignments and stuff like that. So it's going to be a big part of it is going to fall on Looney's shoulders. But I think we have a top 10 line. Real quick in the comment section, if you want to throw this in as well, put the first number, how many carries do you want Zeke to have? And then the second number, how many carries you'd like Tony Pollard to have? Average per game. For me, I would say around 22 for Zeke and around 7 for Tony Pollard. To me, those are good numbers. Some of you guys may, want to see Tony Pollard a little more. Some of you guys may want to just blow Zeke up, the middle all game. If it's working, it's working. And that's going to be a little different. We'll have to wait and see how that rolls in the season. But for me, I got Ezekiel Elliott around 22 carries and Tony Pollard around 7. That's what I'd like to see. It keeps Zeke fresh, and especially I'd like to see him more. There you go. 20 to 25, 8 to 10. If we can get those numbers, that's a win every week. And it'll depend, of course, on if we get behind, or if we have a fumble, or we have a turnover in the red zone, and we're giving up easy scores. Of course, we're not going to be able to run the ball. If we get behind in the first half, it's going to be different. That's what takes away from our game. If the Cowboys get behind in the first half, we can't run the ball. And when they know we can't run the ball, that's when, they don't have to put 8 in the box. They can put 7 in the box, which makes it harder to cover. And that's where this third receiver coming in, CeeDee Lamb, is going to help. So Mahomes is a stud, but it also helps being in with the Andy Reid offensive, regardless who the quarterback is. Yeah, Andy Reid, he's a offensive juggernaut, man. He's nasty, bro, and he went a long time, in Philly and some other places, getting run over as a head coach, and he got booed out of a lot of stadiums and stuff like that. And sometimes, you throw the right package together and it doesn't work. And the Cowboys have done that as well. There's been times where we didn't look good and we should have. But Andy Reid's been a solid coach, and he's always coached his quarterbacks up well. The position that I am concerned about, like we were talking about earlier, is center. I am a little concerned about Joe Looney, but he is our starting center, and that's who's going to start for the majority of the year. And I'm concerned about tight end. I've never been sold on Blake Jarwin. Not a Blake Jarwin fan. I know he's more prolific and more athletic than what we had before. And I do think Jason Witten held our linebacking, or not linebacker, our tight end core back a little bit. And holding the tight end, those group of tight ends back a little bit, in an offense like we run, the tight end position is important. So hopefully Blake Jarwin will get it together this year, and we'll have a little bit more production out of our tight end crew. I'm going to cut it off there, guys. I think I went long enough. I tried to get the channel rolling, but like I said, please subscribe to the channel, because every time you do, a Philadelphia Eagle takes his shit in his pants, a Washington Redskin rolls over in his grave, and somebody from the goddamn New York Giants fumbles a football. So hearing that subscription bell makes these NFC East teams do bad shit. So the more Crunk is here, the better the channel is, the better the Cowboys are, I hope, and the better attitude we're all in. I appreciate you guys being here. Everybody that was in the chat, let me roll through, give some shout outs to everybody. Stevie Mac, Swaggy D, Tyrone Church, Matthew Friday, good question earlier, bro. I appreciate it. Here's another question. If Haha and Woods do as well, who do you keep, Woods or Haha? That's tough. You go with who's probably more wallet friendly, who produces more and asks for less. You know what I mean? You're going to have to do that for players, and you're going to have to look for the bargain player. Lucio Honicio, linebacker going to have, that's hopefully our linebackers will have some lanes this year. We're a little bigger up front. Hopefully those guys will stay cleaner. And if you can get those bulldozers to push off on the front, you got a lot of room for those linebackers to see what's going on in the backfield and make plays. So Corey Penrod, Mahomes in the house, Mahomes 15. I guess we had a Mahomes fan in here. Tyrone Church, like I said again. Knox Zero, Dan Blatt, Big Splat, because everything he throws against the wall sticks. Everything he throws sticks, baby. Kerry Randalls, thanks for being in here, bro. Thanks for the question. Denise Smith, I think Jalen will have a monster year because of our D-line. I do too, bro. I see a lot of good things. It's not just me. It's not just us. People outside the Cowboys organization are saying the Cowboys made outstanding moves. You hear the same thing, or excuse me, the opposite thing about the Texans. You don't see a lot going on with the Texans, positive-wise. So I think our Cowboys have made some on paper, we look badass. And we're going to see how much of a coaching difference that we've all been asking for the last 2-3 years. I didn't see any Jason Garrett fans since I started the channel. I don't think I've seen one. I probably was more of a Jason Garrett fan than anyone. I try to support guys that are on our team. He was on our team, so I was supporting our coach, but it just got to the point where I couldn't support the guy anymore. I agreed from the beginning he didn't need, and I wanted a better coach, but he's a good talker. He speaks well. He's up, the guys just lost respect for him. They stopped playing for him. They didn't. I don't think the Cowboys really believed that Jason Garrett could take them to where they needed to be. So a few more, and I'm out. Dennis Smith in the house. Mark Holmes was here. My homeboy, Mark Holmes, Cowboy Joe Boo, who actually got my channel rolling. Here is some Cowboy Crunk. What do you call that? What is the question? I got to roll back now. Thinking off the top of your head when you're on camera is kind of fucked up and hard to do at times. It's a question, trivia, Cowboy Crunk trivia. Do you know where Cowboy Crunk came up with his name? Where I was standing, where I was in actually the Cowboy AT&T Stadium parking lot, and we were doing the 2017 draft. And I was there with Mark Holmes. We had taken our RVs down there. We met in Dallas and had the draft. And we were going around the room. There was some YouTubers there that some of them didn't have their channel started yet. And they were starting up channels, and Mark was helping them. And I couldn't think of a name, and I came up with Cowboy Crunk. Crunk is a word that, if you don't know what it means, look it up. It kind of means like to party or be out there, kind of wilding out or a little crazy and wild. So that's where I came up. I came up with Cowboy Crunk because, I like to have a good time. And that's what Crunk means. So that's what we're here to do. Hey, I'm on my 2.0 channel. Are you freaking serious? I'm on the wrong channel. Bruh, are you fucking shitting me? I did this live stream on the wrong channel. Oh my God. I'm getting old. I've been old. I know my wife is laughing right now. She's watching. She's probably not watching anymore. But I did the live stream on the wrong channel. This is going to be my other channel, which I'm going to keep this channel rolling, but I'm going to change the channel. So you guys look for me on my regular Cowboy Crunk channel. Don't subscribe to this one. Well, you can, but this content's going to be completely different. This content's going to be about the election. So if you want to catch up on my election content, I got some videos I'm going to be showing on this channel later. I'm going to need more time to do that. But get over on the other Cowboy Crunk channel. Subscribe there. Tony Peters. Appreciate it. I don't know if you guys are new. If you're new, you're like, this dude's crazy as hell. I'm not following his channel. And I am crazy, but I kind of try. I think it was the original channel. Doesn't that say 2.0 for me? No, the 2.0 channel was the one you guys remember. South of Heaven 88 in the house. What's up? We did some live streams the other night. Had a good time. We did our shit on there. We have a good time over on Mosh's channel. It's wild over there, bro. It's rated X in that bitch. It ain't rated X, but it's crazy. But we have a good time over there with Mosh. Get your jerseys and shout out to Mosh. That guy got his jerseys. I have my hookup coming out the Philippines. I get my jerseys made from my homeboy, which I need to order some. And I'm gonna get some. I'm actually thinking I might do this merchandise thing. I want to do some Cowboy Crunk T-shirts. I got some cool ass designs. Beer here with Cowboy Crunk. I like rum, so I have some rum. I guess not flavored T-shirts, but I don't know. There's some gimmicky T-shirts with rum and some shit like that. But I'm showing it says Crunk 2.0, and that's what I've signed into. Yeah, this is my Crunk 2.0 channel, I think. So, or unless I'm watching it on my other channel. Oh no, you're good. I'm right. You guys are right. My bad. What I did is I pulled it up on my Crunk 2.0 channel, and I'm watching it there. So in the live stream, it shows 2.0. If I was to type something, which I will do real quick, boom. Now, see, there's my other channel, and that's my other profile picture. So that's how show. That's how. There we go. Now we good to go. All right, guys. I appreciate you for keeping me straight. All right, but anyways, Cowboy Crunk, I'm out. Like I said, hit the subscribe button. It is the right channel, because every time you hear that bell, one of them nasty ass Philadelphia Eagles shits his pants because the Crunk is coming, baby. And I got Stevie Mac behind me. I got my boys. I got Big Dan Blatt Splat. I got MC Cowboy Family. everybody here from the channel, USMC, Lambo, we're all there. Pat 1984, what's up, brother? 100% pound to you too, man. I got to jump off of here. You guys jump back, watch the live stream. It was a little long. I hope it wasn't too boring. Would it be my first live stream back? I'm going to get the videos going. I'm going to get the live streams going. And Big Dan Splat, where do you watch the game? If the game's not on in your town, if the game's not on in your city, give them the website, Big Dan Splat. Roja Directa. The game is always there. You'll never miss a Cowboy game. You'll never miss a NASCAR. You'll never miss a pay-per-view. You'll never miss. But if you go to Roja Directa, and Big Dan Splat will have the website there for you. If rojadirecta.com. Oh, it's actually .me. rojadirecta.me. If you go there, bro, you will never miss a Cowboy game. Even if you're in Dallas, the game is locked out, you're not allowed to see it, or it's not on TV, or if the freaking game is in China and they're having the Chinese virus, Asian sniffles, or whatever, you still get to see the game on Roja Directa. It's a good website that I use, but it's rojadirecta.me. But Cowboy Crunk, I'm out. And like I said, hit the subscribe button, because every time you do, New York Giants quarterback fumbles, somebody gets sacked, or Philadelphia Eagles shits his pants, or Philly 500 falls off his chair, because we got CeeDee Lamb and you don't. Cowboy Crunk, I'm out, boys. Peace. See you on the next video.